Okay, so I just got my injectors from PC Industries, and if you remember that they came a day, well, they sent the original ones, UPS lost them, that's not their fault. And then I was going to have them overnighted on Monday, a new set, which they were going to take care of. I was going to pay for the overnight shipping though, and then that would have been here Tuesday. But then they called me late on Monday and said the injectors they had were out of date and they needed to be recalibrated, so they were going to take an extra day. So they were going to get them calibrated and then send them out to me, and they were going to go ahead and pay for the shipping. So they did pay for the overnight shipping to me. But then they just came, and I have one is an A. Nope, I lied. Two of them are A's. But that's an N70 calibrated at 71. This is also an A calibrated to 72. Now you can mix A's and B's together or B's and C's together, but you're not supposed to mix A's and C's together. And then here's another A, which is up at 72. So that would have still kind of been okay. And then now here we got a B at 74. And then they sent me two C's that are both calibrated at 75. Ideally, I would have not, I don't want those C's in there. Give me another B or some A's. I mean, honestly, I'd prefer they all were A's. All real similar. So, I don't know what the first ones that they sent out, and maybe by some miracle that'll show up, but I'm gonna keep track of what injector goes in there and where, what calibration it was, so that I can pull these C's back out and have a better injector on it. Okay, so we really are just waiting on the head. The oil pan's back on. Everything on the bottom end is done. I got to tighten the drain plug on it still and change the oil filter. Everything else is done on down there. Just waiting on the head. Once the head goes on, I really can't do anything else until the head's on. I got an alternator to put on, but that's going to be in the way of the head when it swings on the fuel lines. I'm just going to wait until the head's on because they tie into the head and everything too. So, just a few hours away from having this thing running. Just went over to Napa to get my oil filter. $40. Sorry, I exaggerated. $39.04. That's ridiculous for a oil filter.
That's why I don't do business with Napa.
Alright, well there's the head. We'll check it out when we get back home. So here's the head. One thing you got to be careful of is they put all new plugs in it and these are never tight. So make sure you go through and tighten everything down. I had a broken stud. They got it out for me on the exhaust. I got a new one to put in there. And that does go through to the water jacket, so you need to make sure that it's sealed real well. Got new injector tubes. They redid the valves. One of them needed the valve seat replaced because it was cracked. Resurfaced it. I'll flip it over in a second here. It was supposed to be $500 to $600. It was almost $700. That's how that works, right? Here's the head. Trying to balance it with one hand, it's a little bit hard. So just some crap on it here. So, I'm getting ready to go ahead and assemble it. Assemblies are 10 times easier to get these clips in that hold them in. There's like a little C-clip here. These are 10 times easier to snap in when you don't have the rollers attached on the bottom. So I'm doing the head right now. I'll assemble all these, put these clips in, and then I'll flip the head over and I'll put all the rollers back in. But it's just easier because there's no pressure on the spring right now. These do matter which way they go. One side is machined and the other side is not, so just pay attention to that. There is no buttons or anything like Yanmar. That's why I didn't notice that something was missing, because Detroits don't have that. They just right on there. So if you just take this, set it around there, take a screwdriver, down in the hole that far, and just push it down in. It'll go in. And then pull it back up, it'll snap it right into place. I do like to make sure that they're not right there. So again, just take it, take a screwdriver, push it down in the hole, and then you pull back up, pop it right into place, and there you go. So these are all set over here. Where the upper end lubrication for the rockers comes from, and it comes up the rocker bolts. They're a hollow bolt, and then there's a hole in the side, and it fills with oil and then pumps the oil through, and there's little holes. So there's little holes in there that the oil will then flow up out of. So that's how the oil gets up there. Been about 15 minutes. These will go in from the bottom. There's a certain way that they go. One side has a little oil hole so that the oil drips down onto the roller. And that's just fed by the oil that's draining out of the head into here, and then that come down and get the cam. So they're just going real easy. And this little bar locks them all into place. And this with one hand. That's a miracle. Okay, the head is all assembled and ready to go on. We're going to do it first thing in the morning. It's late in the day. Tyler and I both had really hot, spicy Thai food for dinner, so that pretty much will finish us off for the night. So tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, I think we'll be good. Hopefully have it running by lunchtime, I would assume. I can't anticipate why it would be any longer than that.